Okay, I'm going to do a replay analysis of myself. So yesterday I played 5 games and all of them felt awful, but they're all also echoed how I've been feeling recently in like the past week or so, which is I'm not always in the right position. I'm often like not doing anything on the field. That's something I want to change, but it's not as easy as saying, okay, I want to change that, so now I'm just going to be present on the field, right? It's more complicated than that, so I need to analyze these replays and find out exactly what can we do. Find out what we're not doing well, find out what actionable advice there is to train that so that it's better. So I'm going to be less general. I'm going to try to be more specific, which means we're going to have to really look at these in detail. If I can take away, I think just one thing that I can actively train on in my next sessions, then I will be satisfied. But that's harder than it sounds. Like it's difficult to generalize the observations of the game and stuff like that into things that can be trained. Uh, the previous replay analysis let me know that I needed to play my positions faster, but I might have over adapted by trying to play the positions too fast, which resulted in me actually being slower to the play as a result. Funny how that works. So I adapted by being a little more patient and spacing out a lot more. Like I'm pretty sure a week ago I used to be like 2 car lengths or so away from my teammate at all times. And now I'm just kind of like in a position waiting for the play to develop and then going. And I feel like that's just better. Maybe it's not, but we'll see, right? Okay, with that long introduction out of the way, let's watch some replays. That's my ball. Bang. I like what I'm seeing so far. Was this open? I should just stop moving here, right? I'm gonna try not to nitpick though, because like nitpick 1,000 things. And it's like okay, what do I work on then, right? So I'm trying to find a general habitual mistake to fix. This could have been really bad. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Like I'm just kind of lost. I think I'm turning for the boost. And I'm like, oh, what? Where's the boost? It is first game on though, and it's 20 seconds in, so I can just say it's warm up. Getting used to the field. Here. We're kind of all doing the same thing, right? Yeah, they're pushing up, I'm pushing to the side. Pushing to the side doesn't really cover anything though. Now it's up to the teammates to make a good play, and then I'm here to force to jump to this, because if I don't, they can just shoot it on. Okay. Sure, that made my teammate really awkward. What's my teammate's name? That's not my teammate. It's Kaizen. Yeah, look, they want to go and then they see me. Like, it's not very good. How can I prevent this? Well, I think the moment that this ball's here, if I haven't gone yet, my teammate's like, oh, okay, he's leaving it for me, right? Yeah. So I could have gone earlier. Even if it gets past me, it's fine. Here I try to play it up to teammate, and that's fine. I play for the boost. And then I'm just out. I'm waiting for the clear. I might be too close. Yeah, like here. I kind of like the spacing because right, I'm covering so much of the field that my teammates aren't. The problem is that I go forward, and so the zone I'm covering shrinks. And eventually it starts to overlap with one of my teammates. So that's something to keep in mind, that maybe I'm creeping forward too much when it's not my turn to go. And then I make like a rush touch there, because I see double commit. I'm looking at my teammate here. I think I played this fine. So here I need to keep in mind that I'm doing the exact same thing they're doing. I'm covering the exact same thing they're covering. Instead, I should probably be spacing out. I'm thinking that I'm spacing out, I'm like right here. So I'm ready for the mid pass, and if the ball gets past them, I'm ready to pick it up. So like I'm thinking around here is a better position to be than just straight down the sideline here. Maybe if they're getting challenged, then my position's good, but they're not. There's posted on defense. So I think being here to open up an opportunity of attack is probably pretty good. And that pass is never. Yeah. If I was closer, I'd actually be ready to maybe score this. So I think that's the positioning here. I see teammate going, so I'm like, okay, I'll get out. That should have been a goal for them. I don't know what happened. Again, we see him creeping up. We are all facing the same direction. That's not very good. This formation, right? Like, look, we're all covering this area here, so the ball gets hit here. Cool, we have triple coverage. The ball gets hit here. Nobody's getting there. The ball gets hit here. We're not getting there in time. There's just so much space that's just not being covered. And it's my job to cover it, right? So I should probably be... I kind of like this position here, because I can always turn to backboard if need be. And I think I have enough time to read the ball if it's like getting hit hard to net. So again, I'm just creeping forward to a play that like, maybe it's there, but like, I'm not covering the field enough, right? Like these two people, same momentum, nose facing the same place, covering the same area. Me, I'm slightly covering a little bit of a different area, but still it's not very good. Like I should be thinking in terms of field coverage. I think instead I'm thinking, okay, I'm third, I'm gonna be ready for like a clear. Ignoring the fact that these two are probably also ready for a clear. So I fix it a little bit. I don't think I actually do fix it. Right. It can't be fixed, like it's already a mistake. And so my momentum dictates that I'm going to keep going forward if I like keep accelerating. I'm gonna keep going away from a good position. And even if they get a good touch, they like post it on defense, right? And now is like a goal. Like they should score there. Here I'm just being aggressive because why not? Plus these teammate in a really bad spot. Oof. Yeah, I remember this. So I'm trying to make a touch to myself to follow, but I should notice that they're spacing out far for me. That means they're waiting for my clear. So I should just get a little softer touch. And then this isn't a goal, right? This goal never happens if I get a softer touch. Yeah. That's just completely my bad. I'm jumping for the miracle shot, and I'm just doing U-turns in their net. That's a nice beat. Unlucky, right? Another unlucky one. I don't actually think I could have scored this. Maybe if I canceled. Great. I need to jump. You see the creeping here again here. Like, I'm in a good spot. I creep forward. That was weird. And even though I creep forward, which means I cheated for my position, I'm still beat here. And also this ball is just like, they're not doing anything with that ball, right? Like I can just let them jump for this. It's only bad now because I'm beat, which means that they beat a player and they have control of the ball now. I think me challenging here is actually for the worst because it controls it, which means that they can follow the ball. Yeah, so maybe I should just like not jump for balls like these. Unless I have a clean beat, which I don't. Yeah, like I started boosting immediately. Okay. Yes, that's my bad again. All because I made the decision to jump here. And I think it's because I'm cheating forward, so I'm thinking I have to go when I don't. Should just play second. Second line of defense. Okay. I don't need to go here. I can boost and then turn on backboard. And then work from there. So I think the main takeaways from this game is that I'm creeping into bad positions. I'm getting sucked into the play. And it's causing problems, right? So this one I titled No Presence. Let's see why I have no presence. Okay, that's already pretty bad. Like, I just gave him a free ball. But if I hit this, it's like hitting it right into their headlands. Yeah, I think just be better here. Jump earlier. I feel like I'm being a little too nitpicky though. It's just another example of spacing out when I don't need to, or covering the same field. Just gonna look. Like here, I'm spacing out for the pass. I like it. And then I'm out. Okay. I guess I see a solo play, so I'm out. Okay. Yeah, that was fine. It's awkward. I am covering the same exact thing my teammates are. What does this do? Right, like my momentum's here. I can cover anything that's around here. I mean, they're also all here, so it's fine. But if they weren't, if one of them was like here, and then they can get a flip to that person, I am screwed, right? So maybe I consider having a nose facing more towards the midfield. How does this happen? Oh, the ball gets behind me because my momentum just keeps going towards the play. So because of the tripled coverage, or the coverage of what my teammate's covering, I'm not ready to cover what I actually should be covering, which is like... So what I'm trying to say here is that teammate gets outplayed. I'm covering the same thing as teammate, therefore I get outplayed. So I'm noticing a lot of doubled coverage. Not covering the open space, but rather covering the same space that my teammate's covering. I have to jump here, good. Did I actually have to jump here? Also, I'm slow to this because I have to stop. I definitely have to jump here or else they're just shooting it, right? Again, it gets hit past me because my momentum is faced into my corner. So now I have to stop and turn a little bit. And that adjustment is the reason why this is a pass to the enemy. So I'm noticing the coverage, the doubled coverage of my teammates is... it's definitely noticeable. I just need to get a good touch here. That touch is alright. I look for a pass mid, it's right to the enemy though. I'm like playing too fast. Thinking, oh, first I gotta go, but like the ball's bouncing towards me. I can take a little bit of time, but that's fine. Again, the double coverage. But I think I have to go here because like they're missing the ball, right? Somebody has to touch this or Blackburn can redirect it. So I'm actually fine with that. I think I just need to keep boosting here and then just hit it to the left, which is what I was trying to do. For some reason I stopped boosting, I don't really know. And here I just gotta hit it around them. That was fast. Oh, that should be a goal. The problem, I'm facing the corner. So if the ball spills out mid, my momentum is going to be awkward. It's going to be towards their corner. When instead it could have been like towards their net. And then I can just clang this on. Although there's two people in net, so maybe it doesn't go in. So I play patient here. And bang, right? Instead, I have momentum right where my teammate's going. And so it's awkward. So I can't get as much power as I would like. Okay. And here I'm thinking I'm just gonna keep touching the ball and hope it goes middle, and it doesn't. I can't go for that. Okay, I'm playing for the pass. I don't like that pass because they're on backward. I mean, this is just like, I'm a little too close. So because I'm too close, yeah, it's just bad. Can maybe single jump flip here. And then the game's just over after that, right? Like mentally, team's not in it, I'm not in it. It's like the ball's low to the ground, I don't need a double jump. Okay, so again, I'm noticing doubled coverage. I need to cover more of the, like, just more of the field, right? Like there's 3 players on the field, we shouldn't just be covering like 1/4 of the field, we should probably be covering like most of it. And then if I'm covering the field and the ball doesn't come to me, well, you can say I did a job of preventing them from putting the ball in that area of the field. Like I think that's the main takeaway. Like I'm thinking, oh, I want to always be in a position to hit the ball, which results in doubled coverage. Instead, I should be thinking I want to be in positions that cover more of the field. And this was an uncomfortable win. Fine with this. That's my ball. It looks good so far. That's just a really good shot. should be a goal. Why is this not a goal? I think I just hesitate too much. Yeah, so here I'm seeing 3 people. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna touch the ball with 3 people. Instead, I should probably just be taking time. Again, the double coverage. I should be thinking I have 12 boost. I used 12 of it to do what? And the answer is cover the same space that my teammate's covering. So I think the reason I feel like I have no presence is because my team has the presence of 2 players instead of 3 players because I'm always doubling on somebody on my team. I like this play. Was there an opening here? Trying to play it around the defenders instead of shooting on the net because there's 2 players in the net. So I think I did a fine job. Yeah, just had a good save. Maybe if my rotation is perfect, I nitpick that a little bit better, but it's not. Boost. Yeah, I'm just not confident enough. If I hit the ball to open space, I need to be ready to challenge it again. Game then. Coverage. I'm cheating into the corner. Why? Autopilot momentum. Alright, I have momentum. So I'm like, ooh, keep the momentum. And then it's really awkward and I have to get a blind beat on the person. Now I'm upfield. I get to touch around the player. I like that. The touch to open space. Some stuff's happening. We're hanging on by a thread. And then we get a lucky goal. Again, this is awkward because I'm covering the same field that my teammate is. When I turn here, we are both covering around like this area. And if we're covering this area, it stands that we want to be covering somewhere around here too. So it makes sense that we both turn. And I think the reason we both turn is because we were already covering the same area, so we're like, okay, let's do the intuitive thing and turn upfield. So, yeah, just another example of doubled coverage. The hard part is like, what do we do instead? Well, I'm third man here. Unlike here, that's covering a decent amount of the field. And it allows my teammate to either rotate behind me and let me go, or it allows them to turn, which is what they did. They turned. Huh. Okay. I go for a cheeky play. Again, covering the same thing my teammate is. Yes, I am covering the net a little bit. Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm turning out. So here I need to make the call, am I covering net or am I covering the mid pass? If I'm covering the mid pass, I need to position better. Again, doubled coverage. This is good, it's not double coverage. And hey, a goal. I see where my teammates are. I'm able to get a nice challenge. I know one of them just rotated behind me, so they're covering this area. I see one upfield, they're covering this area. So I'm free to just cover this area. And altogether, we have this entire space of the field covered. And maybe it's a coincidence that results in a goal, but I think the scoring opportunity occurred because we had so much coverage. So like the ball can't really go to a safe place for the enemy. So I think I saw enough to know that the coverage is the problem, right? Like I'm finding myself in positions that my teammates are also covering. And so as a result, it feels like we have less players on the field. So I think using this as a guideline, this play right here, my goal should be, even to a fault, I think, cover a distinct portion of the field that my teammates cannot cover. Not that they're currently covering, but that they simply cannot cover. So this area here is good because even if this player does like an insane turn, is like, oh, I'm here now, they're not gonna get here. And here is where I'm covering. So I need to look for more positions like this in my games. So the focus moving forward, cover distinct portions of the field that my teammates cannot possibly get to before me. This means that if they're ahead of me and they're like rotating out, or I assume they're rotating out, I still shouldn't have momentum that's like facing here. So let's say I'm like here. I consider that not optimal because they're going here. And so our coverage is going to overlap. So I should just try to pick spots that give me this advantage of I can see my teammates. I know it's that the coverage that I'm getting of the field is unique. It's distinct from them. And as a result, my team will cover more of the field. So it's kind of tricky to measure this. I think I just kind of have to look at the replay and say, okay, I'm covering this, they're covering that. We did our job. So yeah.